So I know what you're thinking. General Sam, is that you? And my answer to that question would be if General Sam had lost his green screen and recording off an iPhone and had this shit to deal with, then yes, I'm General Sam. Except for I'm not. Because I'm not a rat! Animal Crossing has been around for quite a while, almost to the point where some people question, has it even really changed? And the answer to that is no. No, it hasn't. Animal Crossing New Horizons looks like a fun game. It is a fun game. It looks relaxing. It isn't. For the most part, it is fun and relaxing, but there is a problem that has been in this series since the start. It likes to waste your time. There are a lot of things in this game that could just be removed or changed for this game to be a more fluid sequence, right? But it doesn't. It takes all your day as if it's not a time-based game already, but they've got to take it even one step further and make you wait even longer. What do I mean? Well, I'll show you. First things first. Bulk crafting. Crafting in video games has become some sort of drug. Every game wants it, but if you don't do it right, you sort of die. This game loves crafting so much that it employed the Easter Bunny to destroy the local ecosystem and hide eggs and recipes everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. This game has crafting, but in the most long and boring way possible. You have to craft every single item one at a time. If you want a multiple of the same item, you're going to be there for fucking hours. Speaking of bulk crafting, come with me a second. Should have bought a green screen. Clams. Now the problem with clams isn't the fact that you craft fish bait out of them one at a time. No. Do you know what the problem is? They don't stack. I can stack apples, sticks, wood, eggs, bamboo. But Poseidon drew the line at clams. I'm sorry, son. Didn't you know? You can't stack clams. Give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man how to fish, and he'll be there for fucking years. And if you thought we were done with fishing, we haven't done with fishing. Now this might just be me, because I'm shit, but sometimes the aiming in the fishing is, it does my tits in. By the time you've cast your rod and the hook's in the water, the fish is either pissed off to Timbuktu or it just decides, nah, not today, mate. I've got fish business to do. Meanwhile, you're sat there going, it's enough to throw my Switch out the window. By the time you've aimed correctly and actually caught a fish for your family of animal villagers, they've all starved to death. But hey, at least you caught an oarfish, right? Prick. Next, it's the main event. You've been waiting for me to mention this since the beginning of this video, since it started. You know what it is. Now say it along with me. Come on. I hate construction. You are only allowed to do one single piece of construction per day. Meaning that if you wanted to move Bianca's house across the stream, but you also wanted to relocate the shop to on top of that mountain because it looks nicer and they can finally be where they deserve to be, on top of all the little ants. Not only do you have to pay 50,000 per moval, but you also can't do that because you're only allowed to move one at a time, meaning Bianca must move a little arse before Timmy and Tommy can pedal up the mountain. Now there's a reason why they've done that, because the actual goal of Animal Crossing isn't to unlock all the features. It's to do what you want to do in your island, and if they let you do that too quickly, you'd be done before Easter even came. They could have at least made it so it was at least one type of construction per day. So build a bridge, move a house, or construct a new house. All right, calm down. I didn't realise that you can build and move things at the same time, but you can't build multiple things at the same time. So you can build a shop and you can move a house, but you can't build a bridge and then also build a house. Do you see what I'm saying? So it's still annoying, but I just thought I'd clear that up since this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Also, I'm playing it right now, so you'll see this part later, and you'll see it, and later on, when you see it, you'll be like, I remember that bit. That was that bit from when he fucked up. It'll take you 2 days to move 2 things. And yeah, realism, if this you can call this game realistic, but it's just annoying. A lot of people already like to time travel, but the ones who don't now consider it just because of this. And don't even get me started on diagonal paths. That shit has broke me as a human being. I have no soul. Surprise round! You thought this shit was over, but it's far from it. What you thought I was gonna say, if you didn't think the last thing was what I was gonna say, it's here, it's now, it's what we're all about. And if you've got friends, which most of us don't, multiplayer! When you're just trying to buy a soup maker and you have to close it so Barry can get in, it gets a little annoying. Being forced to watch that cutscene of your friend flying to your island on a fake plane that doesn't exist and just designed to make you wait, or some hidden code stuff in the background that I don't think should be how it's done. Eventually, when everything's fine and everyone's in your island, it's okay. Until you've realised you forgot you wanted to put something down that you didn't before. And then the game reminds you you're not allowed to move anything when other people are on your island, because apparently reordering stuff is a little bit rude, and I don't know who's made that joke up or whatever, but it's stupid. But that's fine though, that's fine, we've waited for everyone to come back into our island. Everyone's here, everyone's in our island, right? But if you're using a dodo code, if you get that dodo code wrong, Mr. Orville here, this guy here, this duck dodo thingy, he tells you must start the entire conversation again. Which brings us to our last thing. This is the last thing that I'm gonna mention about this game, right? This game takes too much time to tell you what people want to say, to do the most simple little things. I want to give Blathers some fossils, right? Blathers, here, can I have these? No. You must assess them first. What? Can't you just, take them, have a look, and then tell me what they are? No, I must first look, then give them back to you. And then, after I've given them you've got to give them me back so I can tell you what they are. But I won't tell you what they are if they're in bulk. I can bulk give donations, but I can't bulk craft. You fucking owl! Not only does it take so long to access a certain feature of a game when talking to someone, if you mess it up, you've got to start the entire conversation again. Just like we did with Orville. If I want to give Blathers my fossil, then can he just take it and assess it at the same time? Why does he have to assess the fossil, then give it back? I understand that by assessing the fossil, you can then decide whether you want to donate it or not. But most of the time, if you haven't donated something already, you're probably going to donate it. And if you don't, you're playing the game wrong. But it doesn't just stop at Blathers. Just by talking to Tom Nook about the construction counter, he takes such a long time to just describe what could be described on a single little dialogue bit.
It's going to take some time and it costs so much money and make sure it not go on the river.
Isabel's not too bad because apart from the island evaluation, if you're just checking to see if you've got 3 stars still, and she says, you got 3 stars still, but you've got too many trees on your island, she'll tell you that, and you can't skip it. Oh my God! And lastly, this needs to change for future events because the fishing tournament was infuriating. You need 300 points to get a gold trophy. We did it, right? But you have to go through so much dialogue just to restart the challenge again. You've got to talk to him. You start the tournament. You fish. You complete the tournament. You've got to talk to him again. He tells you, do you want your fish in your box? You tell him no. He pays you. Then you have to talk to him again. He asks you, do you want to do it again? Yes, please. Okay, but because you've already done it 50 times, I have to remind you that you have to pay. Yes, we know. We know. We all know. Everybody knows. We have to do it again. But yeah, that's about it, really. Now, there are other things in this game that waste your time, like when you plant a tree and it only grows so much until you realise that it can't grow anymore because it's too close to a tree, which I guess you can't really change, so I didn't mention it. But if there is something I've missed that you find that this game likes to waste your time with, then please mention it in the comments below. If you like the video, comment, like, subscribe and ass blast me. I've been your host, DarkDax, and don't tell General Sam I stole his format. Because I didn't. Okay, maybe a little bit.